Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Scroll of Honor dedication ceremony to celebrate Rabbi Sue. My name is Lance De Silva, and I'm the Development Manager at IU Hillel. I'm humbled and honored to be your MC for this special occasion. Today we are honoring Rabbi Sue, IU Hillel's Executive Director, for 30 years of service to the Jewish community on the IU campus. So, how did we get here? Last year, for our biggest community fundraiser event of the year, Campus Superstar, we chose Rabbi Sue as our honoree, our fearless leader for reaching her 30th year at IU Hillel, a monumental milestone deserving recognition. In conjunction with Campus Superstar, Alana Bouvard, my predecessor and good friend, put together a beautiful campaign called the Scroll of Honor, which generated overwhelming support and gave people a chance to donate to IU Hillel, as well as share special words and congratulatory messages to Rabbi Sue. Last spring, there was supposed to be a VIP reception event for the Scroll of Honor, acknowledging our donors and bringing this campaign to a close. But due to COVID, had to be postponed. This is that event. However, because we were virtual, we were able to include more people for this special occasion. Rabbi Sue, IU Hillel is truly your life's work, and this community, IU, the city of Bloomington, the students, the people you've built relationships with over the last 3 decades are better off having had you be a part of their life. Thank you, Rabbi Sue, for putting IU Hillel on the map. I'm going to keep my remarks brief as there are several tributes and mazel tovs in order from people here in person and from people tuning in virtually. A special thank you to everyone who has volunteered to participate in making this event special, and thank you to all of the donors who have contributed to the Scroll of Honor. Your generous support allows us to continue to be a Jewish home away from home for all of our Jewish students on campus, and we could not do what we do without your continued support. At this time, I'd like to introduce, virtually, Alana Bouvard as our first speaker, a former Hillel staff member, the person who made the Scroll of Honor happen, and a friend of Rabbi Sue.
Thank you, Lance, for your kind words and thoughtful introduction. You've done such an incredible job planning this event, and I can't wait to enjoy the rest of this afternoon with you all. It is so good to see so many familiar faces. I also want to thank Beth Simon for all of her support during this campaign. The Scroll of Honor began as a humble initiative. I did not realize when starting this campaign how big it would become and the incredible response we would receive. Having watched and learned from Rabbi Sue during my first few years at Hillel, I should have realized the magnitude of such a campaign. Rabbi Sue has touched so many people's lives and has been an icon at IU for over 30 years. The incredible response to the Scroll of Honor just shows the deep impact she has made at Hillel and on campus. My mission started by contacting people from Rabbi Sue's past and present. I spoke with her very first boss, her first students, her babysitters, and those she babysat, her lifelong friends, family members, Hillel supporters, co-workers, past Hillel staff members, board members, past and present, the list goes on. Every single person I connected with was beyond happy to spend their time sharing their own unique Rabbi Sue experience with me. These were the easiest calls I ever had to make as a development manager at IU Hillel. Usually people want to give me a call back when they would hear I was a fundraiser, but not with this campaign. Everyone wanted to be a part of this moment, to share their memories and to honor a woman who has paved the way for others for the last 30 years. The conversations often had similar themes. People would talk about Rabbi Sue's incredible passion for Judaism, her constant quest for tikkun olam, and the love and endless patience she has for her students. The outpouring of support for IU Hillel and Rabbi Sue's honor was overwhelming. Even during this unwavering pandemic, support for the Scroll of Honor continued. Rabbi Sue, I'm going to pull this down so I can see you. Although I no longer work beside you, I hear your guiding voice constantly. You taught me, supported me, and pushed me to be a better version of myself, and I'll always be grateful for the time I spent working with you. You have poured your heart and soul into IU Hillel. The scroll of honor, as well as the thousands upon thousands of Jewish souls you have touched over the years, are a testament to your unwavering commitment to creating a Jewish home away from home for all who have the privilege to know you. I'm so happy I could be here today to partake in such a worthy celebration. Mazel tov.
Now, at this time, we're going to show a video that was shown at Campus Superstar 2020, but is very appropriate for today's occasion.
Hello, Rabbi Sue, and congratulations and mazel tov to wonderful 30 years of service to the Indiana Jewish community. We're also proud of you and thankful for your engagement of all types of Jews and non-Jews in the community. And just want to say thanks to making the Indiana experience a special thing.
Rabbi Sue, thank you for always believing in me and supporting me as a young leader. You pushed me toward and helped me gain access to countless meaningful leadership opportunities, and today I still benefit from what I learned.
Congratulations, Sue, on 30 years at Hillel. So glad I was there on day one. Proud I was there to work with you to help build Hillel, and thrilled to see how it's grown today. Here's to the next 30 years.
Congratulations on 30 years at Hillel. We're all so proud of you. It's amazing how committed you've been to your job over all of these years.
Your students are so lucky to have you, and everyone who meets you is deeply impacted.
We love you.
Our next speaker is Talia Schifrin, Rabbi Sue's daughter, also an IU alumni and a personal friend.
For anyone who doesn't know me, my name's Talia Schifrin. I'm Rabbi Sue's daughter. My brother Ari and I have had the unique pleasure of watching my mom do the work she does as the executive director and rabbi of Hillel for basically our entire lives. Hillel has not only been such a fundamental part of who she is, but because of her unparalleled dedication, has truly been such a huge part of our entire family's life. When Ari and I were young children, most of our days and evenings after school were spent getting to go to Hillel and hanging out with who we thought were definitely the coolest college students and people around. Unlike many kids who just wanted to go home at the end of the school day, this was never my experience with my mom's job or with Hillel. Not only did I become invested in this special place, but Hillel ended up becoming a second home for pretty much all of my childhood best friends and I. It was where we spent almost all of our time after school every day, and we truly loved it. Additionally, whenever we would go to the mall in Bloomington or go out to dinner as a family years ago, it was the weirdest thing. Everyone knew my mom. We couldn't get through a family outing without someone coming up and saying hi or making a comment to me about how wonderful my mom or Rabbi Sue was. Back then, I don't think I ever really understood why Hillel was so special to me, my family, or anyone who interacted with her. Fast forward all these years later, as we celebrate 30 years of my mom's honor and commitment to Hillel. Now, Ari and I certainly understand why her work has made such a difference in so many lives around her. She truly epitomizes the spirit of working hard and loving your job. I know at times she has been exhausted and probably ready for a break, but somehow that smile and perseverance has never left her face for the last 30 years. Whether it be at 10 in the morning or 3 in the morning, which trust me, phone calls have been answered then on many occasions, I really don't think Hillel has ever felt like a job for my mom, but rather her true passion to influence the lives of Jewish students and empower them to make the Jewish community that much stronger. As a result of watching this passion for my mom my entire life, I always knew the career and job I chose had to feel just as meaningful, and I always wanted to try and make a difference to those around me. My mom used to tell us the story about when she started going to Hillel as a college student, also at IU. The building was an old, small, broken down house in not very good shape, and students never really showed up. But she knew that was never enough, and she decided that she would take over so that she could turn Hillel into a vibrant community where Jewish college students didn't have to feel like a minority on campus, and they truly had a space with each other to feel like home. Well, let's fast forward 30 years. For any of us who have been to Hillel or know really anything about it, we all certainly know she has done this and far more. Hillel has hundreds and thousands of students walking through the doors on a daily basis, outside of COVID, of course, and it's not only one of the most active Hillels in the country, but it's so active that all of the students who want to attend events can't even always fit inside, and we know that Hillel certainly needs more space right now. Even beyond just college students, the impact my mom and Hillel have had on the larger Bloomington community, and really the entire country, has always been astounding to me. Just to name a few highlights, in the late 90s, my mom helped form an interfaith group to unite against hatred in the local Bloomington community as a result of a horrible hate crime where a young Korean student was murdered. This brought together leaders in Bloomington and lots of interfaith clergy. She's also been invited multiple times by not just one, but two presidents, different presidents, to the White House as a result of her work and her impact. I'll conclude by saying that for any of us who know my mom or Rabbi Sue, there is no question that Hillel looks like it does now because of her devotion to this work. My mom is sincerely one of my heroes, and I'm so lucky to have been raised by this strong, persistent woman who never takes no for an answer and always teaches me and all of us to stand up for what we believe in and know is right. Ari and I are so honored today and every day to tell people not only about how amazing our mom is, but so much more importantly, how amazing this wonderful person is, Rabbi Sue, who for the last 30 years has been making such a difference in the lives of Jewish college students and the larger community everywhere.
For our next speaker, I'd like to call up Philip Silberberg, who's actually here in person with us. Rabbi Sue's husband, but also one of the biggest fans of IU Hillel I personally have ever met, as well as former development director of IU Hillel. Philip has played a major role in helping make today's event special.
Sue, I want to congratulate you on reaching your 30th year as Executive Director of Indiana Hillel. I've been privileged to be at your side for the past 10 of these incredible years, both as your husband and with you as my boss. You realize you wanted to be a rabbi between your sophomore and junior years at IU in the late 1970s. You had a dream and aspired to build a Jewish community, provide a safe space for all students, and inform people about Judaism. Your dream became a reality, and we're celebrating, all celebrating it today. When you started, there were about 500 Jewish students on campus. Hillel now serves more than 4,000 students. You worked together with President Thomas and Ellen Ehrlich towards a new building called the Hillel Center. You could not have imagined ever filling this space. But before COVID, Indiana Hillel was bursting at the seams, and the building was often filled beyond capacity. Your students and their parents, alum, and the many friends of Indiana Hillel have benefited from everything you have done over the years and continue to do so on a daily basis. You have done so much to build Indiana Hillel up over the years to one of the largest and best in the country. In fact, Hillel International just released figures this week that Indiana Hillel has the 9th largest Jewish population on campus across the USA. You're a true leader who builds up those around you, enabling them to accomplish their goals and be successful. Your successes have not come without effort. You have spent many long days and worked on many evenings and weekends, and I can vouch for that. I've been fortunate to see much that has happened, and I'll only mention a few of them because of time. Your love for your work, whether teaching cooking class, co-teaching a group of 50 Greek students, student leaders, or traveling with 40 students to Israel and birthright Israel. Your ability to always keep the front door wide open and make all students feel at home. Your mentorship has facilitated so many students over the years to follow their dreams and ambitions, and as a result, there are alumni working as cantors and rabbis, Jewish Federation directors, senior leadership positions in federations, Hillel International, Hillels across the country, Moshe House, lay leaders across the country, and so much more, who started with leadership positions on the boards and committees that you helped create at Indiana Hillel. Your outstanding High Holy Day services and sermons, your supporting students, counseling them through their own struggles, or joining them and representing them when they needed help with issues out of Hillel at the university and in the community. Accompanying students at the hospital, sometimes even overnight. Your work as a co-founder and co-president of Bloomington United, a grassroots organization dedicated to fighting hate and promoting diversity, which was founded in response to the neo-Nazis' hateful actions in 1998. Creating a business leadership initiative, also known as BLI, approximately 15 years ago, providing opportunities for business students to get together with their peers over dinner while attending talks by leading Jewish businessmen and women from around the country, many of whom are parents, friends of Hillel, and now alumni of BLI. You have hosted many great speakers, including the Chief Operating Officer of United Airlines, the Senior Vice President of the company which built the Empire State Building public, and many, many more. I've witnessed the deep relationships you have, including current students, alumni, and parents. Officiating at weddings of past students and bris milas, baby namings, and b'nai mitzvot of their children. Working with students at Hillel whose parents were your students. The Dick McKay Dean of Students Award, the Indiana University Mentor of the Year Award, the Exemplar Award from International Hillel, the Frank Newman Award for Excellence from the Jewish Federation of Indianapolis. Como at Indiana University gave you the award for outstanding contribution to cultural diversity. You were invited as a guest of honor by President Clinton to the White House for the work done fighting hate and promoting diversity through Bloomington United. I know that you have not just given your time over 30 years, but most importantly, you have given your heart to this important work. So I'm nearly done, don't worry. You are an amazing woman, an excellent executive director, a great boss, and I'm so proud to be your husband.
Is Sid and Judy Lakin, Rabbi Sue's parents, who have been by her side, being a support system for Rabbi Sue since she first started at IU Hillel. And I just wanted to say, Judy, Rabbi Sue's mom, has been an involved supporter of IU Hillel for almost just as long as Rabbi Sue has been serving IU Hillel, serving on the governing board and being a Campus Superstar committee member since Campus Superstar's inception. So at this time, Sid and Judy Lakin.
Sue, I'm so proud of you. You really have working so hard. Making Hillel, I'm sorry, special. I love you.
Hi, Sue. It's your dad. I remember some of the things in your journey to this point in time. I remember something very interesting that I want to share about the difference that happened since Sue's been there when Sue she was a freshman at IU, she called me one night and she said, "Dad, I met the nicest people that have been in my room, but it seems very strange to me that they're the only group that have reached out to me. I'm a freshman away from home." I said, "Who was it, Sue?" She said, "It's the Jews for Jesus." And she said, "They're a very nice group." I said, "I know they are." And she said, "Shouldn't we do something about that?" And I said, "Well, let's get Rabbi John Stein on the phone." And John especially, talked with Sue and said, "Sue, I think we should have more participation from the Jewish community on campus." And then that went on from there for a while. Sue was invited down to the Hebrew Union College for a retreat. I think she must have been a sophomore or junior. And she came home and she said, "Mom and Dad, I know what I want to do. I want to be a rabbi." And then with the help of Dennis and Sandy Sasso, she entered the Reconstructionist Rabbinical College. And then as she was graduating from that, I said, "Sue, what do you think you want to do? What congregation are you going to go to?" She said, "I don't want to go to a congregation. I want to be a Hillel rabbi." And I said, "Well, which Hillel do you think you might be able to get a job at?" She said, "I really want to get a job at IU Hillel." And sure enough, with the help of the search committee, which I think Debbie Grant was on it, Sue was hired by Hillel at Indiana University. And as Talia alluded to it, Hillel was condemned because of the rodents and the fire hazard when Sue took over. She got help from the Jewish community, which she has gotten continuing. Fred Simon helped with a big grant originally. A lot of the community has contributed constantly to help Hillel. The Mervises have gotten involved for a new building that Sue needs. That's her dream now. She went from the dream of a new building, a Hillel University, to now she said it's busting at the seams. She needs more help building her new building. So we love you, Sue. Thank you for all you've done. You are special. And I'll let Rabbi Michael Morgan go ahead from here. Go ahead, Lance, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. Next up, Rabbi Michael Morgan, longtime friend and knew Rabbi Sue before she was Rabbi Sue.
Can everyone hear me? Lance, is this fine? Good. Well, everyone, you've heard some really quite touching statements by members of Sue's immediate family. I'd like to say just a few words in behalf of those of us who feel as if we are part of her extended family. Audrey and Debbie and I the Morgans first met Sue Lakin in the late 70s when she first came to IU. And when Sue was Sarah's religious school teacher at what was then called the BJC. And Audrey and I made an arrangement with Sue and her two roommates, Sandy Smith, now Herman, and Margie Klein, for the girls to babysit Debbie and Sarah, but more than that, to take care of them after school until Audrey and I were finished with our work, and to care for them at times at night, and to stay with them when we were off elsewhere, which we were quite frequently. And Sue and Sandy and Margie became members of our family. They were more like sisters to Debbie and Sarah than they were like babysitters. When I was invited to say a few things, I contacted and consulted with Aud and with Debbie and Sarah about the things that they remember about Sue in particular when she was the kids' babysitter, these children that were 5 and 6 and 9 and 10 years old. And the three girls, the three roommates, all had favorite soap operas. They were addicted to soap operas. And Sue in particular was addicted to General Hospital. And for years, that's all I heard from Sarah and Debbie was how they ran home from school with one or the other of them in order to get home and watch television and watch the current episode of General Hospital, preparing, at least at one point, Sarah reminded me, for the famous wedding of Luke and Laura, and and following the narrative of the soap operas. Sue, it turns out, from Sarah's memory, was famous for her treasure hunts or scavenger hunts, which she created for the girls so that they would have some excitement in the house when they got home from school. Recently, with the pandemic, Sarah decided that she would try her hand, and she came to realize how complicated it was for Sue to have created these things, that it was a lot more difficult than she had ever remembered. All she remembered was the fun of it all. And all of us remember those many, many times when the seven of us, would pile into our car, Audrey and myself in the front seat, and Debbie and Sarah with Margie and Sue and Sandy in the back seat, and head off to Jiffy Treat on South Walnut, where it was their custom to refer to each other as sisters and to refer to me as Dad, as if somehow I had 5 children, including 3 at that time who were college students. Sue had, and her friends had, an amazing ability to make everything fun, Sarah said. It was a joy. And that friendship on their part, that sisterhood of college students and our daughters, has become a lifelong friendship, and a lifelong friendship for us as well. We've gone through and had together many celebrations, many wonderful occasions that we've celebrated, and an occasional challenging situation, a circumstance that we struggled with, but we did it together. Most recently, during this past year, which has been so challenging for us all, I had a heart attack, and Sue was the first person that Audrey called. Sue was the first person that Sarah and Debbie called in the hospital to find out how things were going. Sue was then there during my surgery in Indianapolis. Sue and Phil returned in July when Audrey had surgery, and were a rock for us in these challenging and difficult times. Nearly 40 years ago, when I was asked to write a letter of recommendation to the admissions committee at the Rabbinic Seminary, I spoke of a young woman who I said was the most compassionate, considerate, caring, sensitive, and humane person that I knew. I told them that she would make a remarkable rabbi. And I think the testimony thus far given by other people, the testimony that all of you watching carry around in your hearts, indicates how right I was and how right we all are when we know how passionate and how compassionate Sue Silberberg is and has been. She is a remarkable person. She's a treasure for Hillel, a treasure for IU, a treasure for Bloomington, and a treasure for our family and your family as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Michael Morgan. At this time, I'd like to call Audra Mervis, IU Hillel student president, who's on the call virtually.
Hi, everyone. My name is Audra Mervis, and I am the current student president. For the last 4 years, Rabbi Sue has been one of the strongest influences in my life. She quickly became my mentor, the one I went to with questions when I needed advice on how to navigate difficult situations, and has seen me cry an embarrassing amount. I will never be able to express how thankful I am for her advocating for me and in turn teaching me how to advocate for myself. It's clear by today that Sue isn't just that person for me though. She consistently checks in on her students, letting us know that she can always be reached or even dropping what she is doing to be there with us if needed. Her arms are always open, catching anyone who needs a home or just a bit of guidance. Her commitment to Jewish life has created a unique space for students to navigate and cherish their identity with access to so many resources, programs, and connections. She believes in collaboration, allowing students to be part of the planning process for programs and events hosted by Hillel. The Jewish community on Indiana's campus has a safe space to call their Jewish home away from home because of you, Rabbi Sue. You encourage students to fight hate and injustice by standing with one another, becoming a crucial force in Bloomington's anti-hate movement. You created a space where so many people have found their people and their passions. To the last 30 years and to many more students than just me, you've inspired us to dive into Judaism however we see fit. You'll always be my mentor, but I'm so excited to call you my friend after graduation. I love you.
Director, to say a few words.
Can everyone hear me? Awesome. Thank you, Audra, for sharing those kind words. Dear Rabbi Sue, Mazel Tov on your milestone 30-year career accomplishment. 4.5 years ago, as a 22-year-old recent college graduate, you warmly welcomed me into your home and community, and your belief in me has strongly contributed to my growth as a Jewish professional. We've shared many memories creating and fostering Jewish community together with students, and I've learned a lot from you. When I accepted the role as assistant director, the first thing you told me was the importance of maintaining the aspects of the job you love and enjoy the most. You have challenged me to reflect and find new ways to prioritize enriching Jewish lives through learning and deepening relationships. You introduced me to the Sabbath by Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. In his book, he suggested that the reality of time in relationship to how we spend it and whom we spend it with helps us in fulfilling and living a meaningful life. Sue, you've both served and dedicated 30 plus years of your life pursuing your passion and helping build the Jewish people. I consider myself pretty lucky to be able to call you my first boss, a mentor, a partner, and a friend. Mazel tov.
I understand that I speak at the end of the program, and as someone speaking at the end of the program, it's important to be brief. Rabbi Sue, you've had impactful influence over tens of thousands of students through IU Hillel, among them my niece. You have been a model of acceptance in the Bloomington community, and you are a standard for Hillel leaders, which can be seen in the marvelous staff that you've cultivated. Mazel tov on the last 30 years, and I look forward to the next years working with you. Thank you very much.
Now we have, there are two videos that we'd like to share with you. The first video is a photo slideshow capturing some of Rabbi Sue's memorable moments. The song chosen for the slideshow is titled Fight Song by Rachel Platt, but this rendition is performed by Hushir, the Jewish a cappella group on campus, arranged by Paige Henry and produced by Keel Carpet. This video was made by Emmy Helfrich. Personally, when I hear this song and think about the lyrics in connection to Rabbi Sue's commitment to the IU Jewish community and her determination, her fight to continually make IU Hillel better and make this community a place of comfort, Jewish exploration, and family for our Jewish students on campus, it inspires and moves me.
This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm a fights on. My power's turned on, yet starting right now I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Ding ding da ding ding. I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
The next video we'd like to share with you all is a beautiful collaboration which includes one of Rabbi Sue's favorite songs, Al Hanisim. Rabbi Rebecca Schatz, an IU Hillel alumni who is one of the founders and music directors of Hushir a cappella group, helped coordinate this tribute along with many other Hushir alumni. The video was edited and produced by former Hushir member Andrew Appel, who is the producer at Bitten from the Apple Productions in Los Angeles, California.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Schatz. I'm currently a rabbi in Los Angeles, California, and I was one of the original members and the founding director of Hushir. Rabbi Sue, there's so much I could say to wish you Mazal Tov. You've been such a key player in my life as a rabbi, as a friend, as a leader, someone who really showed me what it means to believe in everyone. I know that many people in this room probably know this story, but when I auditioned for Hushir, not knowing that it was going to be Hushir and not really knowing what I was auditioning for, you really believed in me and you asked me to make sure that I could be part of this group. And I didn't know why, and quite frankly, I was a little bit nervous that someone wanted me to be part of something so badly, because it made me think, oh, well, maybe it's just not good enough and they need people. But really, I came to learn over the course of my years under your wing and being beside you on the Bima at High Holidays and just learning so much from you as a friend and now a colleague, that you just truly believe in students. You really believe in their power to do good. You believe in their ability to change this world. You believe in their strengths even before they might. So I just want to say thank you, and I hope that this next video just shows you a little bit of how much you've really changed and inspired so many lives. And thank you so much for telling the White House that we had an a cappella group, because if not for that little white lie, we wouldn't all be here to wish you Mazal Tov. Thank you very much.
The Scroll of Honor generated overwhelming support. To honor Sue for her 30 years of service, we created a beautiful wall piece to commemorate this monumental accomplishment, while also acknowledging and inscribing on the scroll all of our donors and supporters who contributed to the $360 level and above. Thank you so much to all who supported this cause. The original artistic concept of the scroll was created by our creative director, Beth Simon. Thank you so much. We then partnered with Easter Conservation Services in Broad Ripple to complete the project. Special thank you to Jean Marie Easter and Warren O'Connell for making this commemorative piece something that will look great on the walls in our current building and certainly in our new building one day. And again, thank you, Rabbi Sue, for your everlasting commitment to the Jewish community at IU. At this time, I'd like to invite Rabbi Sue to share some of her own words with us.
All I can say is thank you so much to everyone for being here, for being on this Zoom call, Lance, for being the MC, and I know spending, I'm sure, countless hours putting all of this together, and Jess for everything that you do, and I'm manning the computers today, and just all that you guys do, because I'm sure I can only imagine how much time this took for you to put this together. Thank you so much. And to everybody who spoke, Alana, your words brought me to tears. Talia, you're my hero also, and you really bowled me over. You're amazing. Mom and Dad, I am so lucky. Phil, you are the best husband a person could want. Mike and Audrey, you were my surrogate parents while I was here at IU, and you helped to shape who I am today. Audra, you're incredible. I love working with you. I love spending time with you. You are so awesome. I said Jess already, you're just incredible. Margot, I love the years that we spent together here, and you're incredible as well. Michael, thank you so much for being the president and for everything that you do, both especially behind the scenes that people don't see. Thank you so much. Hushir for the video, Andrew Appel. Emmy, you do incredible video work. Thank you for everything. So thank you so much again. It means so much to me that everyone is with me to celebrate this milestone. Thank you to everyone who gave to the Scroll of Honor and for all the kind and generous words that were shown to me earlier today and that I read. Wow, that scroll is absolutely incredible. Throughout the years, my greatest joy and thanks has been watching three decades, which I cannot believe, of students go through IU and seeing students in their first year, uncertain, scared, excited, and always so incredibly wonderful and so much to learn and to offer, begin their journey into adulthood, and then seeing the same students 4 years later when we celebrated Senior Shabbat, and sometimes when I give the invocation at the commencement ceremony, as these students standing on the brink of a new and important milestone, going off into the world to create and build a meaningful life. Every year I'm astounded and so appreciative to be able to enjoy seeing the incredible growth that students experience during the 4 years at IU. And then, when I visit and hear from alumni across the country and see where all of you are today, rabbis, cantors, Jewish educators, leaders in your communities, business leaders, school teachers, parents, people making a difference and contributing to make this world a better place, it affirms to me how very important Hillel is and reminds me each and every day why I love this job so much. And actually, as Talia said, I never really have seen it as a job. I've seen it as a passion and a place where I have so much fun every day. And I'm so incredibly grateful for the gift of being here for 30 years. As I think about I thought about what I wanted to say in the midst of being completely overwhelmed and tears in my eyes, and those who know me the best, especially my kids, know I don't cry very easily, but I have cried a lot today with tears of joy. I can't help but think about some of the fundamental Jewish principles that have been the foundation of the work that we've done together over the past 30 years. First and foremost, Judaism teaches us that family and community are everything. We learn in the Torah that when Moses speaks and commands the people, he often switches back and forth between the singular and the plural form of you. In Hebrew, there are basically two ways to say you. If you're talking to one person, you say at or atah, meaning you is one person. And if you're speaking to multiple people and saying you use the word atem or atem, which is kind of like the southern y'all. The rabbis teach that that's because when we're commanded, each of us matters and each one of us is important. But we are all part of a community and each one of us must do our part for that community. So that's why Moses would often go back and forth between the plural and the singular so that we would remember both our individual need and also our collective need as a community. Each one of us matters and is so important, and together we build the strongest community that we can, especially when each one of us does our part. No one person is better than or more important than anyone else. We're all equal, and together we are the strongest possible community. With respect to Hillel, I'm just one person, never could have done this without everyone over the years. My family, students, staff, the board, the community, the whole organization, All of us together have created something so special and so beautiful here at IU Hillel. I'm reminded of a passage in the Torah related to the building of the Mishkan, which is the holy place people went to when they were wandering in the wilderness they would carry with them. It is believed to be the forerunner of the Mikdash, the holy temple in Jerusalem, and the place where God will dwell among the people. It says in Exodus, God spoke to Moses saying, "Speak to the people of Israel that they bring me an offering from every person that gives it willingly from their heart. You shall take my offering." The rabbis have asked why it is that every person is commanded to give from his or her heart, and why it's a voluntary commitment. It's not one that's prescribed that they must do. It doesn't say you're required to bring something to make this place holy and to build this holy temple or this holy Mishkan. And the rabbis wonder, well, weren't they worried that maybe nothing would happen? Shouldn't they have been commanded? But these contributions, the rabbis teach, came from people whose hearts have been moved to give. And I believe that what we learn from this is that we can't command holy spaces or holy communities into existence. That's not something we can command. Holy and meaningful communities are created through the love that we give to one another, by caring for one another, by believing that each one of us can create a special place. Is how and why we have all worked so hard together to create and build this special place called IU Hillel. So many people have given to this dream of Hillel. It's the outpouring of love and support that has made IU the holy and special place that it is, giving of heart and soul of so many people over the past 30 years. As I said, I couldn't have done this without my family. My parents, Mom and Dad, you've been my everything. You are the ones who taught me about community. You are the ones that have always been there for me. You've always been the ones that have told me that I can do whatever I want to do. And of course, Dad, that what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And so we can always come back and we can always be strong. My brothers have always been there for me. You guys are amazing. My sisters-in-law, of course, Ari and Talia, you grew up at Hillel, as you said, Talia, like Mike Morgan, but Audrey as well. You've been there, and Susan Stein too. You guys have all been there. You're the ones that guided me through getting into rabbinical school, that inspired me to want to be a rabbi and helped me to get to where I am today. The Fred Simon and the Simon family, Bart Kaufman, who took a chance on this dream that I had when I was really a young kid, saying that we can do this. Kurt Simic, the president emeritus of the IU Foundation, IU's president, Michael McRobbie, our current dean of students, Dave LeGuin, and of course, and past deans of students and so many people at IU. And I have to mention Herman B. Wells, because as I stand here, I remember Herman sitting literally probably about right here, right where I'm standing. He used to be the president of IU many years ago. He passed away, but he was an instrumental president at IU, for those who don't know who he is. But anyways, he is the reason that Hillel is on the IU campus. And I remember when at our dedication of this building, when I said, we've been on this campus since 1937, Herman looked at me and he said, nope, you're wrong, we've been here since 1938. So I'm always grateful to Herman and his support and his understanding of how important Hillel is to this campus. He really brought us here, and so many other, all of us have seen now and been able to grow Hillel. Our Hillel staff, past and present, and hopefully future as well. Starting, I can't mention all of them, but I want to just say a special thank you to Robin Plaskoff and Lynn Schifris, who were the first two Hillel staff people with me, and all the people throughout the years who have been part of this Hillel staff, and of course all of our current staff now. Lance, Jess, Eli, Mason, Justin, Jordana, Arnon, Joni, Beth, Tim, Phil, and of course Charity, who is the one who really makes this place run and keeps us all fed, because that's what's most important. And well, as I said, I can't mention all the past staff, but I know for many of you on this call, today, I really remember Sue Newcomer, who was our cook before Charity and who's passed away and was so special to so many of us. So I have to mention her name. But Hillel students, you're the reason we're all here.
Audra, as I said, thank you so much for your words, and you stand on the shoulders of 30 years of Hillel presidents that started when I got here with Robin Plaskoff and Rabbi Swertlaw.
And all of our alumni, thank you. All the friends of Hillel who've helped Hillel through guidance, volunteering your time, and financial support. All of our Hillel board presidents since I've been here, first Bruce Jacobs, when we were just a teeny tiny little advisory board, and Alice Berkowitz, who unfortunately just passed away this month, Zichrono Livracha, that was our first statewide governing board president, and to everyone else who's been on the board and been part of this. And of course, Hillel International for being the foundation upon which we all rest and the backbone of this movement, especially thanks to Adam Lehman, our current president and CEO of Hillel International, and Jen Zwilling, who is the chief strategy officer, but started her career in Judaism right here on the IU campus, and to the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis. Margot spoke, and Debbie Barton Grant, who
was one of our students and now is the head of the Federation. So all of you, I want to thank you and remember how far we've come because of you. Again, Michael, thank you so much for everything that you do. And now I just am led in the last few minutes to the second Jewish principle that has informed everything here at Hillel that we do. It is the belief, and actually many of you alluded to this, it's the belief that we're partners with God in the ongoing creation and repair of the world. Not only does every one of us matter and we're all part of the community, but we can and we must make a difference in the world. Isn't that the story of what we've all done here together at Hillel? I remember the first time I walked into Hillel after I got my dream job that I wanted so badly. I looked around at the building falling down around me and rattled around the empty halls without student voices or any programs planned, and thought, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. This feeling of trepidation only grew as I walked into my very first Hillel Directors Conference, and my colleagues laughed at me and said, you're at Indiana, that place is the biggest joke in the entire Hillel world. So while I was nervous and I admit pretty inexperienced, I did have the energy and optimism of youth. I was certain that with the support of the community, we could turn things around.
If I didn't believe that through hard work, caring, and partnership that we could make a difference, we would still be in that old building falling down around us with a pretty substandard program. I firmly believe that we can make a difference in the world, and we can affect change in our community, and we can better our world. Judaism teaches us that life isn't perfect and there are always challenges. That's inevitable. However, we must understand that when life throws us challenges and difficulties, it's up to us to see this not only as a starting point, but as a challenge to make it better. Since I've given you some Torah, I also want to quote from one of my favorite children's movies, a different kind of Torah, The Never-Ending Story.
It's the story of a little boy who basically saves the world from nothingness and despair and wants to build back Fantasia. He says, I'm the power behind the nothing. People who have no dreams have no power. When people give up their hopes and their dreams, nothing is left. The power to dream and hope, the power to imagine is everything and has no boundaries, but nothing will take over people that stop dreaming. And it continues. The power to heal, to change the world, the power to make the world a better place is in our hands. The more wishes, hopes, dreams you have, the more Fantasia will grow and thrive. As long as we're alive, we have the power to make this world a better place. We can continue to make Hillel the best that it can be. We have made such a difference in the lives of so many IU students over the years, and we can also continue to make the future dreams that we have for Hillel a reality. Hillel is so important because the college years are probably the most important years in a person's life. It's the time when we first leave our homes and learn and shape the rest of our lives. Students build their futures and learn how to be adults while deciding what is most important and meaningful in life. And that is precisely why Hillel is so critical. We have to be here to be partners with students in understanding their Judaism and how it is going to be part of their lives to help students discover the beauty, the wisdom, the community, and the meaning that Judaism has. And equally important, College life can not only be fun and amazing, but it can also be challenging, scary, and difficult. We at Hillel are here for the students and parents during all the challenging times. So thank you again for being part of this dream, for all that you've given, and I'm really looking forward to what we can continue to do in the coming years. And again, thank you so much.
One could say this was 30 years in the making. Thank you to everyone who participated in the ceremony and behind the scenes. Thank you to all of our donors and supporters of this incredible cause. Thank you, Hillel staff, for supporting me and making today happen. And thank you, Rabbi Sue, for everything. And to many more years.
Well, hi Sue, it's Leah here.
Hi.
I've just been crying with joy the whole time, seeing you and so many other people who I've heard about over the years. And you're the one person I know who works all the time, cares about other people all the time, your family and students, and has joy all the time. You know, like you're doing all of them constantly, and it's such a beautiful model. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you, Leah. And for those who don't know, I think Leah and I got each other through rabbinical school. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Dennis.
Andy and I are so proud of you and grateful for our friendship. There are different types of teachers and rabbis. Some impart information, others impart knowledge, others impart wisdom. And all that is very important. But the great rabbis are the ones who elicit wisdom from their students and who train people to become not only servants and leaders, but to light the spark in others that you have lit in them. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you and Sandy. I really wouldn't.
Hi, Rabbi Sue.
Hey, Tuffy.
Hi. So I just got in, but I wanted to drop by, say hi. I wish you all of the biggest congratulations, and also thank you for checking in on me as well. But just everything that you've done has been so integral to my life while at Indiana, to everything that I've done at IU Hillel, and I probably wouldn't be where I am today without any of your wonderful company and influence. So thank you for everything that you've done in helping me become the person that I am today.
Hi
there. We just wanted to say mazel tov, and we are just so inspired by you to commit our life's work to something so important and spend all of your, just admire how you spend all of your energy working to help others and to make something that you believe in so strongly and that so many people rely on so deeply. And we're so proud of you. We wish we could be there to celebrate with you. And we love you.
I love you guys so much.
It's Joan Sachs.
Hi, Joan. Another one of my best friends from rabbinical school.
I just had to show up from this, and I want you to know that I have, as you know, all the Pitzlers except me. I know that. As you know, that was my maiden name. Went through Indiana.
Just want to say, we consider ourselves so lucky that you came back. You are a blessing to all of us. We love you.
I love you guys so much. You're just so amazing, and I wouldn't be here without you.
Congratulations. Just want to say that I feel when I started at Indiana, you definitely gave me a reason right away to visit Hillel and become involved, and I'm so glad you did because it made it one of the defining kind of environments and activities of my college career, and very grateful to look back on it and know that that was the case and see the difference you make for myself and my friends and all of our classmates. Thank
you.
And also you made us honorary Hoosiers. I mean, a real Hoosier and an honorary Hoosier.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but it's so nice to see how much everyone loves and appreciates your hard work, and you know, you've been so welcoming to me.
I love you guys.
Yeah, I know, you're wonderful.
I love you guys. And hopefully we'll be in Hawaii together again soon.
We can't wait.
Greetings from
Hi,
Los
Sharon.
Angeles. Sue?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I just wanted to say all the things that were said were so true and then some, and we just feel so blessed to have you in our lives as our friends, and you know, another 30 years. Okay, maybe not all 30, but
Hopefully a long time.
We hope to see you in LA. We miss you and we love you, and Mazel Tov.
Thank you. I hope I get to see you guys so soon, other than just on Zoom.
And I don't know if Matthew's being shy, but he's on from Amsterdam.
Oh, wow. Hi, Matthew.
Hi,
That's
Sarah.
so cool. And does your mom know that she needs to tune in on November 1st to see you and Benj together for BLI?
Oh, I'll let her know about that. Yeah, that should be, I'm looking forward to it. But I also wanted to just say thank you so much. Being a student at IU from Los Angeles, far away from home, without you guys, I really don't know what I would have done through challenging times, and just having Hillel as a space to really feel like I could partake in my Judaism was really important in the roots that I grew, and meeting Benji through Hillel was beyond helpful, and I'm so glad that I had that experience and can still add value there.
Thank you so much, Matt. I can't wait to see you, hopefully in person. I know on Zoom on November 1st, but hopefully in person sometime in the near future. You're great.
That'll be nice.
You are so great.
It's Lori and Mark Smith.
Yeah,
from
hi.
Orlando, sending our love to you.
Wow.
And a big mazel tov. We will never forget the warm welcome you gave Jason a month after school started. It was his birthday. You guys brought him a birthday cake.
We did.
I'll never forget it.
Oh,
so we love
thank
you, and we hope we'll get to see you one of these days. But
I hope
take
so.
care and know that we're so proud of you.
Thank you
for all
so
you do.
much. Love you, and send my love to Jason.
Well, I will.
Oh,
I'm
Jason,
actually
you're on.
on.
Oh my
My
gosh.
video's not working, but I am here. I wanted to congratulate you, Rabbi Sue. I mean, the opportunities that you've given to so many students throughout the years in such a myriad of activities, whether it was, exploring Judaism further, business, art, socialization, strengthening existing communities at IU, like Greek life and such. I mean, you've given so many students opportunities, and I want to thank you. I was definitely,
Thank you so much, Jason.
Became a better person and a better leader because of you.
Hey, Sue.
Hello. How are you, Bev?
I'm good. Mazel tov.
Thank
30
you.
years. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is. You were there in the beginning,
I'm
pretty much.
So glad that I listened to my mother, which I never listened to my mother, which now, thank you, rest in peace. But she said, go to Hillel, Susan Lincoln is the rabbi there. My family, your dad grew up with my uncle, and, she's like, she wanted me to push the family connection.
Yep, and I did know it did right when you walked in. Hi, Robin.
I can't send you my son because IU's not on our college list, sadly.
Hopefully
we
the
got
next
my nephew,
one.
And it's good to see you and I see Paula and Beth and
Yeah.
Talia I haven't seen in forever. I'm glad to be a part of it. Had to step away briefly to attend a Zoom wedding, briefly.
Whoa.
But I'll hopefully watch the
video.
The video at the end. We had both of them on, but turned the sound off on one. Anyway, glad to be a part of it. I can't
Thank
believe
you.
I know where it started.
You sure do. Can you
And I
believe
know where it
it?
is now, and it's been a long journey.
Yes.
Okay, sure, Martin. Because I followed you both at Hillel and at the Federation, and we may have a Hoosier for you next year.
Yes.
So, IU is on Haley's list.
Yes. Let me know what I can do to convince her.
Thank you. She's pretty convinced right now. But I just want to wish you a mazel tov. This is a little bit like a family reunion.
It really
So many
is.
people and hearing so many familiar stories. So mazel tov on all
Thank
you've done.
you.
And I know we'll see each other soon, hopefully.
Hopefully very soon.
Time.
Yes.
But just amazing work that you've done, and it's fun to see Talia. I see Ari every once in a while. I haven't seen Talia in a while. And remembering them as little kids running through the building. It's good to see you, Margot. You too. Mazel tov, and thank you for everything you've done.
It's my turn. Hey, I just want to tell you congratulations on 30 years. I know we kind of talked earlier, but as long as I live, I will never forget you and Phil and I sitting at Athens. And I told you that it was a lifelong dream of mine to be bar mitzvahed.
Yep.
At the time, I think it was 58 years old. And I didn't realize how much work that was going to be. You know, you just said, oh yeah, we can get that done. That's not going to be a problem. Now, it was a little bit, 2 years later and all the Hebrew lessons later, even having me over at your house for breakfast on Sunday mornings to practice my Hebrew. Okay? But you made a dream of mine come true, and you truly are a special person.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the love the years I was there, and for introducing to me to what a different person, how much a different person the people I knew growing up could accomplish, and be so loved and yet be different than the models I had growing up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, and I mean that only lovingly. I hope it didn't.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
And I remember babysitting Talia, and she wouldn't stop crying.
I remember that.
Why won't she stop crying? But that was about me. That was not about Talia, I'm sure. And I didn't know any better.
This was one of the most incredible, meaningful events that I've had take place in my life. To hear everybody speaking and what they had to say. I do what I do because I love this place so much and I care so much, and to hear what everybody had to say and to know that we've all been partners in this together has been one of the most memorable days of my life.